Hey plant fam! Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, aloha! I'm so stoked to have you. Today we're diving deep into the lush world of anthuriums, the crown jewels of the plant world. Whether you're a seasoned plant parent or just starting out, this video is packed with everything you need to know about caring for your anthuriums. Get ready to unlock the secrets to keeping these beauties thriving in your very own urban jungle. We'll be covering everything from understanding their unique needs to troubleshooting common problems. So grab your watering cans and notebooks, and let's get started. All right, let's be real for a second. There's a reason why anthuriums are having their moment in the spotlight. And it's not just because they look stunning on Instagram. These tropical beauties originated in the rainforests of Central and South America, and let me tell you, they bring a touch of that exotic paradise right into your living room. But it's not just their looks that have captured our hearts. Anthuriums are relatively low maintenance compared to some other tropical divas, and they come in a dazzling array of colors and varieties. Seriously, there's an anthurium out there for everyone. From the velvety deep reds and pinks of the classic Anthurium andrianum to the unique textured leaves of the Anthurium clarinervium, each variety has its own personality and charm. And the best part? Caring for them is like embarking on a rewarding journey with a plant bestie. As you get to know their quirks and preferences, you'll create a bond that goes beyond just watering and fertilizing. So whether you're drawn to their vibrant blooms, their air-purifying superpowers, or their ability to add a touch of the tropics to your home, there's no denying that anthuriums are in a league of their own. Now, are you ready to meet some of the stars of the anthurium show? Let's dive into the different types. Okay, plant fam. Get ready to be amazed because the world of anthuriums is vast and diverse. To kick things off, let's talk about the classics, the Anthurium andrianum, also known as the flamingo flower or painter's palette. These are the ones you'll often find at garden centers, with their heart-shaped glossy spathes, that's the colorful part we often mistake for the flower, and long-lasting blooms. But hold on tight because we're about to venture beyond the familiar. If you're looking for unique foliage, the Anthurium clarinervium is your new best friend. This beauty boasts large, heart-shaped leaves with stunning white veining that looks like it was hand-painted by Mother Nature herself. And for those who love a little drama, the Anthurium veitchii, also known as the king anthurium, steals the show with its long, pendulous leaves that can grow up to 3 feet long. Now let's talk about hybrids. Plant breeders have been busy creating stunning new varieties with incredible colors, patterns, and growth habits. You might come across names like Black Beauty, White Champion, or Red Crystalline, each more captivating than the last. Remember, this is just a taste of the incredible diversity within the Anthurium family. I encourage you to explore and discover the varieties that speak to your plant-loving soul. Trust me, the more you delve into the world of anthuriums, the more you'll fall in love with their endless variety and charm. Now let's talk dirt. Well, not just any dirt. We're talking about creating the perfect soil mix to keep your anthuriums happy and thriving. Remember, these tropical beauties are epiphytes in their natural habitat, which means they grow on other plants, not in the ground. So they need a light, airy soil that drains well and mimics their natural growing conditions. The good news is, you don't need to be a soil scientist to get this right. A simple and effective mix for your anthuriums is a combination of orchid bark, peat moss, and perlite. Think of it like this. The orchid bark provides excellent drainage and aeration, the peat moss helps retain moisture, and the perlite adds extra air pockets to prevent the roots from getting soggy. You can also add in some worm castings or compost for a boost of nutrients, but make sure it's well composted to avoid burning those delicate roots. Now here's a pro tip. Always use high-quality ingredients for your soil mix, and avoid using garden soil, which can be too dense and hold too much moisture for your anthuriums. Remember, a happy root system equals a happy anthurium. Let's talk about watering, one of the most crucial aspects of anthurium care. Remember, these tropical beauties like to stay consistently moist but not soggy. Overwatering is a common mistake that can lead to root rot, so it's essential to find that sweet spot. A good rule of thumb is to water your anthurium when the top inch of soil feels dry to the touch. You can stick your finger into the soil to check, or if you want to be extra, you can use a moisture meter. When you water, Make sure to water deeply, allowing the excess water to drain out of the drainage holes. Never let your Anthurium sit in water, as this can lead to root rot and other problems. The frequency of watering will depend on several factors, including the size and type of pot, the temperature and humidity levels in your home, and the time of year. It's always best to err on the side of underwatering rather than overwatering. If you're unsure, it's better to wait a day or two before watering again. Keep an eye out for signs of overwatering or underwatering. Yellowing leaves, wilting, and leaf drop can all be signs of overwatering, while dry, crispy leaves indicate underwatering. Now let's recreate that tropical paradise your Anthurium craves. These beauties thrive in warm, humid environments, so it's important to mimic those conditions as closely as possible in your home. Ideally, Anthuriums prefer temperatures between 65 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Keep them away from cold drafts, air conditioners, and heaters, as sudden temperature fluctuations can stress them out. Humidity is another key factor in keeping your Anthurium happy. Aim for humidity levels of 60% or higher. You can achieve this by using a humidifier, grouping your plants together, or placing your Anthurium on a pebble tray filled with water. Here's a simple trick. Mist your Anthurium regularly with lukewarm water. This not only increases humidity, but also helps to keep those beautiful leaves dust-free. Remember, a happy Anthurium is one that feels like it's back in its tropical home. Let's shed some light on the matter. Literally, Anthuriums love bright, indirect light. Think of the dappled sunlight filtering through the rainforest canopy. That's the sweet spot you're aiming for. Avoid placing your Anthurium in direct sunlight, as this can scorch their delicate leaves. A north-facing window is often an excellent choice for Anthuriums, as it provides bright, indirect light throughout the day. If you only have south or west-facing windows, you can diffuse the light using a sheer curtain or by placing your Anthurium a few feet back from the window. Keep an eye on your Anthurium's growth and adjust its position accordingly. If it's stretching towards the light or the leaves are looking pale, it might need a bit more brightness. On the other hand, if the leaves are looking scorched or bleached, it's a sign that it's getting too much direct sunlight. Finding the perfect balance of light is key to keeping your Anthurium healthy and vibrant. Let's face it, even with the best care, pests can sometimes be a pesky reality of plant parenthood, but don't worry, we've got you covered. The key to keeping pests at bay is early detection and swift action. Regularly inspect your Anthurium for any signs of unwanted visitors, such as tiny insects, webbing, or unusual spots on the leaves. Some common pests that might try to make a meal of your Anthurium include mealybugs, spider mites, and aphids. Mealybugs look like tiny, white, cottony masses, while spider mites are even tinier and often leave behind fine webbing. Aphids are small, pear-shaped insects that can be green, black, or brown. If you do spot any pests, don't panic. There are several effective ways to combat them. You can try wiping down the leaves with a damp cloth or spraying the plant with a gentle insecticidal soap. For more persistent infestations, you might need to use a systemic insecticide, which is absorbed by the plant and targets pests from within. Prevention is always better than cure, so make sure to quarantine any new plants for a few weeks before introducing them to your collection. This will help prevent the spread of pests and diseases. Ready to expand your Anthurium family? Propagation is a fun and rewarding way to create new plants from your existing ones. The good news is, Anthuriums are relatively easy to propagate, so even if you're a beginner, you can give it a try. One of the most common methods of propagating Anthuriums is through division. When your Anthurium is mature and has multiple stems or crowns, you can carefully divide it into smaller plants. Another method is through stem cuttings. This involves taking a cutting from a healthy stem, making sure it has at least one node, the bump where leaves grow from. You can then root the cutting in water or a moist potting mix. It's essential to use clean, sharp tools when propagating to avoid introducing bacteria or diseases to your plants. Be patient with your Anthurium propagations, as it can take several weeks or even months for them to root and establish themselves. Once they've developed a good root system, you can treat them like mature plants and enjoy watching them grow. All right, plant fam, let's talk about styling your Anthurium to perfection. These beauties deserve a prime spot in your home, and with a little creativity, you can incorporate them into any decor style. For a minimalist and modern look, try potting your Anthurium in a sleek ceramic pot in a neutral color like white, black, or gray. Place it on a simple stand or shelf to let its vibrant foliage take center stage. If you prefer a more bohemian vibe, go for a macrame plant hanger or a woven basket to add texture and warmth. Surround your Anthurium with other tropical plants, crystals, and natural elements to create a lush and inviting atmosphere. For a classic and elegant touch, try a decorative ceramic pot with intricate details or a vintage brass planter. Place your Anthurium on a pedestal or plant stand to elevate it and create a focal point in the room. Don't be afraid to experiment with different pots, planters, and displays until you find the perfect look for your style and space. Remember, the possibilities are endless. The world of Anthuriums is constantly evolving, with new varieties, hybrids, and care techniques emerging all the time. So what does the future hold for these beloved houseplants? One trend we're seeing is a growing interest in rare and unusual Anthurium varieties. Collectors are seeking out plants with unique foliage, colors, and patterns, driving demand for these exclusive beauties. Another trend is towards more sustainable and eco-friendly care practices. This includes using organic fertilizers, pest control methods, and potting mixes made from sustainable materials. Technology is also playing an increasingly important role in Anthurium care. Smart planters with built-in sensors can monitor soil moisture, light levels, and other environmental factors, providing real-time feedback and helping plant parents provide optimal care. As our understanding of Anthuriums continues to grow, we can expect to see even more exciting developments in the future. From new propagation techniques to innovative growing methods, the possibilities are endless. And there you have it, Plant Fam, your ultimate guide to keeping your Anthuriums thriving in your urban jungle. Thank you for watching. Remember, every Anthurium has its own personality, so keep these tips in mind to ensure your plants not only survive, but thrive. Don't forget to experiment, have fun, and enjoy the journey of growing these stunning tropical plants. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more plant care tips and tricks. Happy planting!